Oh boy, SMG4, a channel that I've loved for quite a while now. I really loved SMG4. Let me tell you, SMG4 is a very funny channel. Well, it used to be at least. Yeah, in recent times, SMG4 hasn't really been the best. And since then, I've mostly just went back and rewatched some of my favorite videos from SMG4 to remind me of the good old days of this channel. And my god, I love these videos so much. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. I've loved these videos to the dead. However, this video I want to make it a bit more personal to me, rather than just talking about the downfall of SMG4, because I'm pretty sure almost every SMG4 commentary YouTuber has talked about this. I want to make something a bit more personal today, and that is when I talk about why is SMG4 so funny to me, why I like it so much as I do. Why do I like this show about Mario humping spaghetti? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining every single thing why I love this channel so much. I'll be going through different categories. I don't know how many are there gonna be, but we'll find out. Let's get into it. Part 1. The humor. SMG4 is a series defined by his ridiculous humor. It uses this humor to entertain you and laugh your pants off every single episode. This humor is very unperfected in the modern videos. Each joke doesn't really land, and there is an attempt for the crew to make modern SMG4 funny. However, the biggest problem is that the jokes don't hit alongside the older episodes. I really don't know why. Maybe it's because of the outdated memes, or is it just because these episodes are written better than the newer ones? I have no clue. There are some really good SMG4 episodes. Those are the ones on screen right now. However, they don't really try very hard to be funny. This is the biggest problem with modern SMG4. However, classic SMG4 is this what it succeeds. The humor is written in a way that it's meant to laugh your pants off every single episode. And I love that. This humor is absolutely hilarious. You don't want to know how many times I died laughing in an SMG4 episode, just because of how absurd and weird it was. Compared to something like SML, where it mostly uses inappropriate humor to be funny, SMG4 mostly relies on sound effects and audio clips to be funny. While yes, SMG4 does have its inappropriate humor, especially in the older videos, it isn't in its extent its main thing to keep you off guard. It's more of a subtle thing, which I like that more than SML. And plus, I like SMG4 more than SML. Please, the SML community, don't harass me or anything. But I just think that these jokes land better, and that is the reason. I'm just starting to repeat myself. I really don't know what to say anymore. I guess we can move on to the next section. And this one is probably one of my biggest problems with modern SMG4. Part 2. The characters. Now, come on, if we're gonna have a series about comedy, of course we're gonna need a sheer amount of characters to make that type of comedy come to life. Now, I'll be going through most of these old SMG4 characters quite quickly so you guys know what we have to deal with. Mario is just a stupid idiot that likes spaghetti and gets himself in stupid situations. SMG4 is a stray man that likes memes and also has a YouTube channel and pretty much has to deal with Mario's crap 24/7. Luigi is a gay motherfucker that likes Justin Bieber and is quite quirky. Bowser is just another guy that likes Justin Bieber and steals Peach most of the time. Peach and Toad are bitches that nobody cares about. And who can forget the other characters like the Teletubbies and even the recolored Marios that appear throughout the series. This made the original cast of characters unique. Yes, there's also Bob and Boopkins, however these came out later into the channel's life, so I am not going to talk about them at the moment. Also, I do like them as characters, but I really just don't have anything from them. Boopkins just is just a weirdo, and Bob is just a loser. That is kind of their personalities in the old SMG4 videos. Other than that, the characters are pretty solid. They're each entertaining. Most of them don't really even talk, they mostly just use dialogue. This is the biggest problem with Mario and SMG4 is that nowadays in Mario and SMG4, there's just full voice acting. The only ones who don't have full voice acting is Mario and Luigi and all the other Nintendo characters, which is not really a bad idea, but I guess they didn't want to because the fans would not react to that. But pretty much almost every other character in the SMG4 series got full-on voice acting, outside, Mario and the Nintendo characters, which is very unfortunate. I love when you could just predict your own story. Yes, you had the text boxes, but if you had only revolving around audio clips, you could theorize the story, and plus, it makes really cool audio rather than just hearing people talk, which is basically what made SMG4 unique from other channels like SML, where it's not really relying on full voice acting, mostly clips and sound effects to be funny, just like I mentioned in the humor section. I really like this part of SMG4. It makes the series feel very interesting and very fun. And the characters wouldn't really make SMG4, well, SMG4. Well, that is kinda it for this section. Now I have one last section to talk about in this video. Let's get into it. Part 3. The plots. The plots in classic SMG4 are surprisingly not that complex. SMG4 mostly relies on very simplicity for their plots. The plots mostly revolve around a super simple idea like, I don't know, Mario can go grocery shopping and something crazy happens, or I don't know, Mario just goes to the park. Like, creative ideas like these, just a simple idea on paper and just devolved into something completely random. Seriously, you can take one sentence and make a whole plot out of it with SMG4. Well, that's what I can see at least. It is very intriguing and I really like that. It makes the series really interesting and it makes it feel more grand than it already is. I like that. It's something special. Now, I'm not gonna get into the stories, since they mostly stick the same. Recently in Mario and SMG4, they mostly just added like new story, like, arcs and, stuff like that. And that is, making deeper stories with these characters, which I don't hate. The arcs are actually the most enjoyable part of Mario and SMG4. But other than that, I really just don't know anything else to say about this section. So, yeah, let's just go on to the conclusion, I guess. In conclusion, SMG4 is an amazing series. I really don't know how else I can explain it. It's a truly masterpiece that could only be done only by the correct people. This entire series was made by a little kid, imagine, when it first started. And now it's grown into a huge-ass company that runs shows like The Amazing Digital Circus and Murder Drones. Is insane. I can't believe how much this series has accomplished and has made Glitch Productions what it is today. And I'll be extremely respectful for that. Especially for Luke. Luke, thank you for bringing this amazing series to life if you're watching this. I truly respect you as a person. I'm pretty sure you're an amazing person that really has made me so happy with this entire series. And I still hope you can still make these amazing Mario stupid videos for years to come. Anyways, that's it all from me. I was the Ultimate Fan, and see you guys next time.